Well, dozens of East Texas churches are preparing for a new law that affects the safety of their congregations. More than 400 people are expected at a church security conference tonight at Green Acres Baptist Church in Tyler. Now, this is in response to Texas Senate Bill 694, authored by East Texas Senator Brian Hughes. The Church Security Immunity Bill becomes law in September, and the Texas Church Security Coalition is sponsoring tonight's meeting and says churches will see more protections under the law.
It's really good for a lot of smaller churches that don't have liability insurance policies, or their security team members are not covered by any insurance or anything. This new law allows them to take advantage of this, where they cannot be sued civilly for anything that occurs while defending the church in a security-related manner.
Now, tonight's meeting is open to the public. It starts at 6:30 in the main worship center at Green Acres Baptist Church in Tyler, and registration is not required for this event.